Welcome back, guys. Dutch Rudder here. Today we're going to do a little video of replacing this stock head unit for the 2020 Tacoma. It's not going to be a how-to. I might skip a few steps. I'm going to just try and film part of the process. The first step is pretty easy. We're just going to pull this trim ring out, and there's, I believe, has to be 10mm bolts holding this in. So we're going to get this out. We're going to go inside, hook up the connections for the crux. I think it was a SWRTY 61C is the wiring harness that I got. That was sent from Crutchfield. I got the Kenwood DDX, which is the digital DVD receiver, DDX 9707S. I will have wireless CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, mix audio, so I think have 5 music Bluetooth connections or pair 2 phones to it, so that'll be pretty sweet. But yeah, it's not, like I said, it's not going to be a how-to video. We're just going to try and document some of it, but here we go. Well, that's pretty simple. That's going to be nice to know also, because I've got a little goodie going for up here. I should probably do a video on that as well, but here we go. So this is the Kenwood DDX 9707S. I did change scenes around here. I'm back up here at the old stomping grounds again, where I filmed the speaker upgrade video. But up here I could turn the audio up, and the neighbors wouldn't really complain. So here we are. So yeah, this is the DDX 9707S. The DDX is a digital DVD receiver. The other DMX is like a digital multimedia receiver, so there's no actual physical disc slot. The DMX is what I wanted, but this one was in stock and the DMX was not in stock, so I went ahead and got this. And I already sold the 2020 head unit out of this, the stock head unit. It pretty much paid for this, so it was a no-brainer as far as to upgrade. The harnesses that I used, actually the harness that I used was recommended by Crutchfield, and it was the Crux, C-R-U-X. Want to say it was the SWRTY 61C, I believe. If I'm wrong, I will correct myself on the screen, but I believe that was it. And the surround, or the dash kit that I got, was the American Industries or American International brand for their mount. There was a slight problem that I've been having with this, and I'll kind of activate it and show you real quick. But to eject, you just hit the eject button, disc eject, and if you saw that, it took a second for the screen to come down. So when it comes back up, it's actually putting pressure right here. Not sure exactly what I'm going to do, but like I said, I do have a phone mount coming, so I'm going to try and address that when I do that video and install on that, because this comes right off. So yeah, when you close it, you'll just hit the eject button. It won't it closed all the way there. It's never really done that before. Usually it'll stop, open back up, and I have to pop this surround back off. But yeah, so that is the finished product. It's a pretty nice screen. It is wireless CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. I do not have Android. I do have a Apple, and I'll put a video up with the load time to connect to your Apple phone. I would assume that it's the same for the Android, but I'll put that here right now. So yeah, it's pretty quick. It's quick enough for me. It doesn't need to load super quick. You do have all of your apps. You can swipe over. You have your GPS. Come back here. You can have your other little widgets or whatever you want to call them. You have your Now Playing Kenwood app. I believe there's an app. I haven't really messed with it too much on the phone, but I believe there is an app on the phone. I will listen to Pandora or Spotify sometimes. I haven't done much with Google Maps yet. So this is not a navigation receiver. This does not have the GPS built into it. You would just use your phone, and that would connect via either Waze, Maps, Google Maps. There's all kinds of different stuff. I haven't really looked at the apps that I can actually add on here. I'm sure there's a bunch of other ones. But yeah, so this is a huge upgrade. I'll play the sound difference here shortly. But the final product, pretty nice. And I had a couple people mention that they had trouble with the backup camera activating, and they actually had to cut the wires and hardwire the backup camera. With this one, it's pretty simple. It's just literally self-activates. It does have the guidelines. There's some other guidelines that are available. You can add them. It does not turn or anything, so they are just flat, straight guidelines. We'll go through the menu a little bit here. So as far as the camera is concerned, I believe it could take up to 4 cameras, front, back, and each side, or the AV could be the AV could be a camera as well. So we'll get to the camera settings. So you have your assignment settings. So if you want the rear camera to come up something other than the rear, you can. If you want the front to come up as your AV input, you can do that. I'm not sure, maybe I don't know, put a PlayStation 2 up in here, like Too Fast, Too Furious or something. You can probably change that to there, hit the cam button. It might give you an option. Right now I only have one camera turned or plugged in, so when I hit camera it's blank. You will have the rear camera interruption. So that is the parking, when you put the shifter in reverse. So we'll back out here real quick and show you. Put it in reverse, and it did not interrupt the screen, so I'd have to go to camera, turn that on, and to turn it off I'll go back to that. So it is pretty nice to have that set up. So we'll turn that back on. There's all kinds of stuff I haven't really messed with. Display, there's a couple different backgrounds you can do. Wallpaper customize. I have a little faux carbon fiber effect going on here. There's like a brushed metal galaxy. You can sync your album art. I don't know what that is. Plain black, I guess. You change wallpaper color, so you can come down here. We can do pink if we wanted. So we'll go back to the carbon fiber, set that back how it was. The audio, there's all kinds of different settings you can do. You can adjust your crossovers, you can adjust the positioning, you can do spatial things, sound effects, so you have your bass boost, equalizer, drive equalizer, so when you're in drive, I guess it's a little bit lower. You can set the stage, low, middle, and high. That's pretty nice. I've really never had that on anything else. Fader and balance. So you have your equalizer, you can sit there and adjust it. You can add a couple different user settings, or there are a bunch of different presets down here you can pick from if you find one that you like. Volume offset, so you can adjust the volume offset depending on the input or the source that you're using. So radio, FM, and AM is usually pretty loud around here, so I do have it set to -1. The disc volume, I played Hocus Pocus, one of the girlfriend's DVDs, and it was kind of low, so I turned it up. And then the app and iPod I have turned up. I believe that's the CarPlay part of it. Wireless mirroring. I haven't really messed with anything else. Bluetooth, obviously, as well. And trying to find, so you can adjust the speaker. Where was that? There was a place in here where you could actually adjust the timing of the speakers for the corners as far as milliseconds. So you can adjust the stage, and if you want it like focused on the driver's position or whatnot. So you do have the radio. You go back to CarPlay, phone, obviously all the CarPlay stuff. And yeah, so the only issue I was wanting to address was that screen not really doing it. Let's see if it maybe loosened up or somehow over the last couple days. I did install this the other day, and I'm kind of behind on making some videos, but yeah, here we go. So I'm going to play some Harris Heller Spotify. It's free. It's called Stream Beats. So I'll put the link in there. If you guys do any video game streaming, or you do any videos of your whatever kind you want to do, and it has to do with audio, or you want to use some free copyright free music, Harris Heller, just search Stream Beats on Spotify. Like I said, I'll put that link in the below. But so yeah, I mean, it's not going to be great music, but it will be copyright free, and we will be able to play it. I'll get back out of that car and turn this up and walk away to see how far we can actually go back and hear this compared to the other video. If you want to right now, if you want to pause this, go back to the other video. Make sure you like that video if you haven't watched it. It's just Focal speaker upgrades, I believe, and you can kind of listen to that end of the video for the befores with the Focal speakers installed, stock head unit, or the Kenwood head unit. So I closed the rear doors just in case they were blocking a little bit of the sound. This is 35 out of 40 on the radio. I obviously didn't play Harris Heller copyright free music, so this video will, I'm sure, get flagged. Hopefully it'll stay up. It should stay up, but that music just wasn't loud enough. So one of the main reasons why I was really kind of pushed to do this, besides somebody offering me what they offered me for my stock radio on Tacoma World out of the 2020, it was the 8-inch non-nav. But one of the main reasons was I saw a post, somebody had checked the wattage of all the speakers. So the front channel was roughly, now this is going to probably, I'd say, give or take 10-15% because of how he tested it, but I believe the fronts were 12.5 watts and the rears came out to a whopping 1 watt. 1 watt of power was getting to the rear speakers. So if you didn't watch it, go back and watch that video. I did put new rear and front speakers in. So the rear, I put in Focal Auditor Series. I believe they're roughly 60 watts RMS. They ran about $140 or $150 roughly, right around there. And then the fronts I had purchased on my, or not on my, for my previous 3rd gen, the 2018, which I never ended up putting in. Traded that car in for this. I hung on to them because I paid $650 for them. So yes, I got the front speakers were the Focal Flax series, PS165FX. They are a 2-way component, so it did replace the tweeter, and it was a straight speaker. It wasn't a coax down here. So the coax is pretty much 2 speakers on the same axis and with a tweeter in front of it, so it doesn't have that. It's just a cone and the tweeter's up here with the crossover in here. And I did end up using Taco Tunes adapters for the speakers, so I can plug the stock speakers back in if I want to, as well as integrating the component speakers with the stock placement. So I have wires going up and down a couple times here. The crossover is hidden down here in this little kick panel. So yeah, there's the little overview of the audio upgrade that I did. Kenwood, I believe it was $6.99 on Crutchfield, 2-day shipping. It's, you know, it's the same as pretty much Amazon, so it's pretty awesome. And you get the sweet customer service. Oh geez, I hate that beep. But yeah, so if you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. You know, you see it in every YouTube video, and you're going to see it in every one of mine probably, unless I forget to somehow, or for some reason. But yeah, stay tuned. I'm going to do the phone holder install probably maybe tomorrow, next day, I'm not sure. Should be short and sweet. But yeah, if you're still here, thanks for watching. Take care.